The WBC starts on March 8th this year. It's really close. We've got 7 Mariners participating in it this year. Colton, what do you make of the WBC?
I think the WBC is going to be really big for the Mariners. Those 7 players are going to be Harry Ford participating for Great Britain. Of course, we know how big Harry Ford has been for Great Britain. We have Matt Festa participating in Italy. A little bit of this action going on. Matt Brash is going to be pitching out of the bullpen in Team Canada. We talked about that already. Gino is going to be a part of Team Venezuela. Really excited to see him again. And then 3 players on the best team in the history of the world. We have Julio, Teoscar Hernandez, and Diego Castillo all participating for the Dominican Republic. With that being said, there are some people that are not participating, especially for the Dominican Republic. Joe, who isn't playing in the WBC?
Well, Luis Castillo has been confirmed to not be pitching for the Dominican Republic. There was rumors circulating before, the pre-spring training presser, the luncheon, if you will, last Wednesday, that he will, maybe he won't.
Post trade, and if you have plans to keep him in bubble wrap during the World Baseball Classic.
There's I have deferred to Justin to provide the bubble wrap. And Luis is not going to pitch in the WBC. He's going to be in camp with us, and it's something that we are pleased with, that he'll be there, and it's a choice that we made together, and excited to see him from beginning to end.
And personally, I'm pretty excited about that because all I get is flashbacks from old soggy arm himself, Drew Smyly, and Felix Hernandez in 2017. Of course, Drew Smyly was scratched at first with soggy arm. It's like a Mariners meme at this point. Eventually ended up having Tommy John surgery. It was listed as a flexor strain. It was this whole thing. Really big letdown for the 2017 season. Of course, Drew Smyly now is like whatever, but at the time the idea was that he was going to be a big part of the Mariners rotation. Of course, Felix pitching in 2017 as well. We all know what happened with Felix's career as a whole. So overall, I like the idea of, especially our ace, not pitching in the WBC.
For what this means in terms of spring training for these guys, pitchers and catchers will report to spring training on the 13th if they're participating in the WBC, and then for hitters, position players, they're going to be reporting on the 16th. So respectively, it's a little bit earlier, a couple days for both parties there. So Harry Ford, Matt Brash, and Matt Festa, and Diego Castillo all on the 13th, and then Gino, J-Rod, and Teo all on the 16th. Colton, how's spring training looking for you?
Yeah, so I go to spring training on the 9th through the 15th. That's when I'm going to be down in Peoria. Really personally excited that I'm not going to be able to see all my favorite Mariners down there, but I am excited to be able to watch the WBC. The Mariners will actually be playing against Team Canada on March 9th in Peoria, so that'll be exciting. It's the first game I'm going to while I'm down there. But one thing that's pretty interesting with a lot of these players being gone is we're going to see a lot of guys from minor league camp, maybe some non-roster invitees coming up and playing in some of these games. Obviously, the first game for the Mariners is, I believe, February 24th for spring training this year, so we'll be able to see a few of those guys early on. Of course, it doesn't matter because Root Sports is only televising 9 games of spring training. Even though the Mariners own the network, they're only going to televise 9 games. It's really good on their part. I can't figure out why baseball's dying. But because of a lot of these guys playing in the WBC, we're going to see a lot of time from players like Cade Marlowe, Taylor Trammell, all these outfielders that we're still looking at that may make the team, as well as maybe some minor league guys. We may get our first look at Feldman Celestine in a game. Probably not, but it is possible. We could see a lot of these minor league guys in like the 9th inning of one of the first games of spring training. Just a random
99, like
that we've never seen before. Yeah, just in the batter's box, we're like, who the heck is this guy? And he's just going to get an at-bat off of some other who the heck is this guy, because that's spring training. We love spring training, and that's what we're here for in 2023.
Now, I mentioned the start date earlier for the WBC is on March 8th. It does end on the 21st, 9 days before opening day.
And it'll be interesting to see how that affects a player like Teoscar Hernandez, someone that is new to the team. He's going to get a little bit of time before going to the WBC and then a little bit of time after going to the WBC to get to know his teammates, get to know how the Mariners work as an organization before opening day. Obviously, Teo's a big part of this roster. He is going to probably be the everyday right fielder or DH on some days as well. So I'll be interested to see how somebody like Teoscar Hernandez adjusts to a new team, a new ballpark, when only getting a little bit of time with those players and those coaches.
Now, one of those guys that Teoscar Hernandez is going to be spending a lot of time with during the WBC is Julio Rodriguez. We made a video on him on the screen right now about how he is MLB's newest superstar. What's next for Julio? Make sure you check out that one. Thank you guys for watching this one, and go Mariners.